I don't think there's anything funny about it.
He tipped his hat to political opponents.
I want to thank the people who don't support my show and what I believe, but support my right to share those beliefs anyway.
About 20% of local ABC stations operated by Nexstar and Sinclair didn't carry the show last night. President Trump appeared to change his longstanding position Ukraine should give up land in order to win the war with Russia after he met with President Zelensky at the UN yesterday.
We expect America's actions to push Russia toward peace. Moscow fears America and always pays attention to it.
President Trump said that with support from the EU, Ukraine is in a position to fight and win all of its country back in its original form. This morning, the Kremlin rejected President Trump's accusation Russia is a paper tiger facing big economic problems. Ryan Ruth, the man who stalked President Trump at his Florida golf course, tried to stab himself with a pen after he was convicted of attempted assassination at court in Fort Pierce. Loyola Law's Lori Levinson.
This is a case where you have an individual who left a written note saying that he did have the intent to kill Trump.
He faces life in prison when he's sentenced in December. United Airlines planes back in the air after another ground stop.
Last night's half-hour stop was the second in as many months for United. The airline blamed a connectivity issue. In early August, United cited a technology issue for a ground stop that lasted several hours. At the time, airline industry analyst Henry Hartevelt told CBS News,
airlines, they usually have backup systems, and that's why this is very unusual, that there was no backup for the United system when whatever caused it to failed.
Last night's glitch led to at least 40 flight delays and 4 cancellations for United. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Fortune has just released its new list of 50 companies changing the world for the better. CBS's Matt Piper.
Editor Matt Heimer says Yum Brands is on the list, which operates KFC and Pizza Huts across China.
They've built more than 1,000 food bank stations in almost 200 cities across China. And these have become places where people who are struggling with hunger can actually get those resources.
Costco, Warby Parker, and Abbott Labs also make the list. Dow futures are down 8. S&P futures up 8. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777 or...
News this hour is brought to you by the Rusty Healy Agency in Madison. Call Landon Thompson at 601-856-3681 to request a quote or learn more.
The National Guard in Jackson, what the governor is saying, the possibility for a few strong to severe storms today. The National Weather Service says the metro is under a level 1 risk, which is the slightest risk, but some storms could have hail, strong winds, and heavy rain. The rain chance is 80% with a high at 90. The rain chance is 80% tonight with a low at 70. And Thursday, a 40% chance for rain with a high at 85. With news on 103.9 WIAB, I'm Chris Davis. An intervention from the Guard is not likely here for now, says Governor Tate Reeves.
We've hired almost 200 police officers. We've hired additional judges, additional prosecutors. We've hired and paid for additional public defenders.
But he says if the trend toward violent crime goes back up, nothing is off the table. Reeves made those comments at an event Tuesday where the Mississippi State Department of Health dedicated a new memorial to emergency medical personnel who have given their lives on the job. That monument has 22 names on it from 05 through 25. A man wanted for killing his girlfriend about 6:30 Tuesday morning at the Willowwood Apartments on Grady Avenue in Yazoo City was found dead in Pocahontas. Authorities believe of a self-inflicted gunshot. Erwin Barnes' body was found near Highway 49. The victim was ID'd as Kenlanda Burns, who worked for Yazoo City Schools. A suspected peeping Tom is under arrest in Jackson. Police say the 70-year-old man was caught looking into a window where a 15-year-old girl was getting out of the shower Monday. WLBT reports Ralph Mason was charged with a sex crime back in '89, but it's unclear if he was convicted. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WIAB. I'm Chris Davis.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away, chip away.
And good Trump Day. Trump Day.
He got them all upset, don't he?
It is Wednesday morning here at the spaceship, and we're live in California this morning.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're live in Japan, and we're live everywhere. We're like Elvis on tour back in the day, worldwide from Hawaii. We're not in Hawaii. Our ship will not go there. But anyway, good morning. We're here on the all famous and all knowing and the smartest show on the radio, run by one dumb person and one smart person. You take your pick. I am Chip Matthews. She is Dawn McKenzie. And today is also court day.
Oh, yeah. You
Court
get to go to
day.
court today to
I get
figure
to go
out.
to court at 9 o'clock this morning. They remind me, you got to be here at 9 o'clock where we can put these clowns in jail. And I'm going, it's going to be interesting. And it'll be interesting what goes on. And I told you about that bit of evidence. Don't talk about that on the air.
I won't.
We have a new
I'm not
piece.
going to spill the beans.
We have a new piece of evidence that I may bring up in court. It's going to be exciting. I'm sure Canton, you can come to court anytime. So anybody that wants to join me and sit on the Group W bench there in the court and wait on corruption to find its way. I'm probably going to get. I hope I'm early. I hope I don't sit there all day and watch.
Chip, they're going to make you sit there to the last case.
And they make people come in that we would look at and go, excuse me, you just let that guy go.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Well, he doesn't have any money. I mean, that's what it's going to be all day. It's going to go, this person was picked up on charges and hadn't paid any part of their bill. And when are you going to pay? I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no money. Yeah. And they're going to be there with their new purple hair on and their big wigs and their fingernails and all that done. Well, that's my money.
Yeah.
You know, it's not my kid's money. That's my money. My money.
You're going to go find out their new justice system today.
Yeah. And I mean, the judge is solid. I know who it is, and I believe I know who it is, and I feel good about that person.
Yeah.
I just know that there's a point in all of us when we're sitting there dealing with crap from Democrats that you just, it's hard to keep your face up and just go with the flow. That's what I say. You know. Anyway, we had a good time yesterday with Jamie Creel and Leah Ferretti.
Yeah.
That was a good show. It runs by so quickly.
It really does.
And you
can't get it all in.
Not at all. Not at all. We try hard, but geez.
Yeah.
But once again, let me remind everybody, there is no school choice bill. Oh, you got a piece of paper over? You fix to tell me there is?
No,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was through.
I just had found something about school choice in a different
world.
No, I have to look for it through my phone.
Okay.
Yes. Well, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
I did find what I was looking
Okay.
for.
Also, y'all, as I look at the newspaper, we're going to go through. Of course, Jimmy Kimmel, y'all, was back on last night. I'm sure we all tuned in.
I didn't. I was
I didn't
long
watch him.
asleep.
Yeah, I didn't watch him before. I didn't. I remember when he used to be. He used to pick football games or something on Fox or CBS Sports or something like that,
Mhm.
and that's all I remember him. And I never thought he was funny. It's sort of like I really don't like Jimmy Fallon
On Fox.
on Fox.
Oh, really?
I don't get it.
He has a different sense of humor.
Well, I like my humor to be funny.
Yeah.
That's sort of like all of these late night hosts and all them. And then the other thing is when he does his show, can't he get his jackets the right size where they'll fit? They're paying you millions of dollars, take it up another, put another 2 inches in the shoulders.
Chip, we're old.
I'm sorry.
We're older, so the new generation of funny isn't our funny.
Well, if you also, but the jacket, if you can't raise your arms, I mean,
It makes his muscles look big.
it
It's all
reminds me of Fat Guy in Little Coat
Yeah.
in whatever movie that was with what was his name? Oh, he died a fat man. Chris Farley.
Mm-hmm.
He used to put on
Yeah.
Fat Guy in Little
jacket.
Coat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, good morning, Russ McGuffey, Joe Lynn Michael, Jeff Thomas, Roger McCory. Oh, Joe Lynn gave me information late last night. She called and let me know about some stuff, and then I went and rode around. We had a guy get run over on the square last night on his bike, hit and run.
Yeah.
They have to do something about the speeding on the square when you come through
Mhm.
the square in Canton, Mississippi.
Is the gentleman
And it's the
okay?
same. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have enough information on that. But I do know that all of you people that live in cities where Democrats drive through, okay,
Yeah.
when you get to a red light and it changes to green,
Count to 5.
I was going to say count to 2. 5 would be much safer
Yeah.
because they're coming and they're
Mhm.
coming at 60 miles an hour and going to fly right through there. Doesn't matter if it's the square in Canton, Highway 51 in Jackson, or rather State Street. Doesn't matter where you're at.
I wonder where these people get their driver's ed these days, because going to on Highway 16 between 55 and Yazoo City,
Yeah.
There's somebody gets killed there once a month because people are passing on solid lines around curves. They don't care about life, their
No.
life or nobody else's.
I mean, that's the problem even with the kids with the guns. They just don't care.
Mm-mm.
They have not been taught to care. It's like, for instance, yesterday when we were talking about Bugs Bunny and everything.
Yeah.
Yes. If people started dropping anvils on people and started seeing things, then they might drop an anvil on themselves as they're testing as a child. Then they
Mhm.
would realize that hurts and you
Yeah.
could die. And then you would start doing different things in your life to make it easier for you to get by. What made us not think that to be a little safer?
Belts on our
Belt-
behinds.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Them switches.
And yesterday I was calling the insurance company in Yazoo City. Hello, David McPhail. Thank you for listening. I hope you're listening. But anyway, he is the dealing with the State Farm end of the wreck at the building, and his dad was my headmaster in high school.
Okay.
And he also said to say hello to my sister Donna Matthews for him.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So that's that. But anyway, it's always good to get on the phone and you're dreading something. Then all of a sudden you find out who's in charge and you go, oh, this is great.
Mm-hmm.
City of Jackson, Kenneth said something about throwing stones.
Kenneth Stokes
Oh,
a while back.
Kenneth. Yeah, that's been a year or so
Yeah.
ago.
Mhm.
Don't throw
You know,
stones.
back to your insurance deal.
Yeah.
If you don't know somebody in the business that you've got to do business with, it's next to impossible to get anything accomplished.
That is correct. And like Jamie Creel, down that does that work that's underneath us and talking on the school choice, and he does so much more that you don't know about. And he's your shelter agent and he takes care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Good guy. Has a lot. This school choice thing, between both of them yesterday, I felt like we were gaining ground and getting somewhere. And then at times I felt like we were in attack mode. I felt like I was being too hard on people. I went back and listened to the show and I wasn't.
Yeah.
I just, I want to be respectful of people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, for instance, I got home yesterday and you'd be for school choice in Canton. Where you could go out and say, "Excuse me, would you please go to school? It's a choice. Go to school, you heathens." Oh, geez. But that's what's going on in the world, and I saw where they referred to it as an assault at Germantown.
I saw it made the state news, local news.
Somebody said they heard it somewhere.
Yeah.
Wonder where.
I wonder so.
But it was a sexual crime.
Yeah.
During the homecoming weekend, but we also had some up there in Canton too. And I'm just trying to decide if they're both the same crime or not.
Right.
I don't know, but I know the stabbings were different because that was all Canton. You had stabbings, you have car wrecks, you have stolen property, stolen cars. You have murders,
getting ran over,
and murders,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody. It doesn't seem like the felonies stick. And they always say we're working on it. We're working on it. And then the mayor comes out and says, "Well, we're going to pass new laws. Just enforce the old laws. Just enforce the old laws. If you commit a murder, you go to jail."
Yeah, there was nothing broke with our judicial system until they started changing the rules of our judicial system.
And then, like, for instance, you steal a car, you got two people there, and you take they're in possession of a stolen car.
Yeah.
And you said, "Well, it's not really me. It belongs to my uncle." And uncle says, "No, it belongs to my nephew." Arrest both of them.
That's right.
Don't say, Chip, you need to go write a piece of paper and say you need to go arrest these people.
Yeah.
If everybody going through crime, when we don't have time to run for hoops. If I wasn't let's see, controversial.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't so lazy that I had a 8-hour-a-week job or whatever, 8-hour-a-day job, which I actually have more than that. But anyway, I've got to take time out of my day to go to municipal court in Canton.
Right.
Okay. I got to be there at 9. And I don't know where I land on the docket.
Till 1 o'clock.
And I just sit there and look at it and I go, I should not have to be here for this at all.
That's right.
These people committed a crime. The police had them with my car.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's take a break. We'll be back, complain about the world, tell everybody else they're wrong, and we do it right in just a second. Right here on the show that's the most rightest show in the world with the smartest people in the world and the dumbest people. Right here on WYAB. The most rightest show in the world with the smartest people in the world and the dumbest people. Right.
1039 WYAB.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness in Mississippi. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
This is Jack Hoffman. For nearly 31 years, Tico's Steakhouse has been a staple of fine dining in Jackson, Mississippi. Dad has long since desired for me to come work alongside him. And now that I'm here, I would like to invite you to come experience our family tradition of our hospitality, sizzling steaks, and healthy poured beverages. Our dining rooms are open and we are taking reservations. Our private rooms are also available along with takeout. Call today or stop in to experience Tico's in the second generation.
Tico's Steakhouse, East County Lime Road in Ridgeland, 601-956-1030.
What are people saying about Tom's Fried Pies in Richland?
I'm on a diet. I don't want to be down there at Tom's Fried Pies. We had a good time. When I tell you the crust was flaky, I'm talking about buttery. This was nothing like I've ever tasted. Ever. I mean, I've never tasted anything like that, man. It was nice. atmosphere was nice. Everybody there was nice. Because I'll be back, even though I don't supposed to with my diet. I really enjoyed myself.
Tom'sFriedPies.com. Tom'sFriedPies.com.
Urgivet Emergency Vets Madison has been serving your pets for 5 years now. From late night emergencies to weekend worries, we have been here caring for your pets when your regular vet isn't available.
From the moment you walk in the door, our team of veterinary professionals is here to care for your pets at all hours of the nights, on weekends, and holidays. Located at 15 Olympic Way in Madison. Call us at 601-790-1918. Urgivet, always here when your pet needs us most.
At Sandifer Orthodontics, we believe in family, tradition, and community. From kids to adults, Sandifer offers state-of-the-art orthodontic care with complimentary consultations, so everyone in the family can smile with confidence. Sandifer Orthodontics proudly supports Tri-County Academy and the Building on Tradition campaign, so a short drive to local businesses like Sandifer helps TCA thrive. Begin the journey to a beautiful smile at SandiferOrtho.com. Sandifer Orthodontics, Highland Village, Jackson, and Gateway Drive in Brandon.
All Britain's Jewelers. When love requires a gift, nothing says it better than All Britons. Since 1920, we've been part of your family. From weddings and anniversaries to holidays, we've been there for every special occasion. At All Britons, we value your trust. Every gift, whether large or small, is a reflection of our commitment to quality and excellence. There's a reason we're still Mississippi's foremost diamond merchant. Let us show you why. All Britain's Jewelry, 4460 Old Canton Road in Jackson. All Britain's Jewelers.
Here at Lake and Glass and Tint, we've become well known for two things, window tint and windshields. Now, when it comes to window tint, you already know that we're the go-to for home, car, and office. And as always, we offer free consultations. So if you're in the need of window tint or windshields, give us a call, 601-946-1000. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram or at lakeandglassandtint.com. Lake and Glass and Tint, where quality matters.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
And we're back here on the most famous show in America, the Chip Matthews Show. Not canceled in any place in this world, like the Jimmy Kimmel Show is not playing on certain ABC stations. And that's because certain groups that are owned by their people that are in, you got to understand that New York and LA
Our bookshelves
are the ratings,
right?
Okay, that's because there's millions and millions and millions of people.
Mm-hmm.
But then through the heartland, Trump country, we'll call it,
Yeah.
the heart of America. As you go through that part, all of those radio stations and TVs have to broadcast to the public trust.
Mm-hmm.
Understand what that means. That means if you don't like what they're saying, you call the FCC.
Right.
And then they will investigate.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are upset about FCC making a comment. Now, I will say this. If people didn't realize that Trump's weight and the FCC's weight against a network is not that important, because it does not apply to them, except in the fact that the ABC network owns broadcast stations. And what you have to understand is, in the old days, the networks owned no radio station property.
Mhm.
So they had to be nice
Yeah.
to the people that own stations where they would put their product on the air. And that's why they didn't have to have, people would say, I can't run that because it's got porn in it. I can't do that. It has bad language in it.
Mhm.
That was because the business self-regulated itself until they deregulated and allow the radio stations and TV stations to be owned by networks.
Mhm.
Now everybody goes, well, Fox, blah, blah, blah. Fox has an entertainment network and they have a news network. Not the two go together.
Right.
Okay.
So what year did all this change?
This-
What presidential
I
administration?
want to say it was Carter to Reagan. And Reagan was an old broadcaster, but he also sided with a lot of stuff. And they just decided that the FCC needed to be deregulated to make some things happen, which I agree. You needed some deregulation but you didn't need to go stupid. I mean, because it's just stupid that somebody can come. I mean, understand in this market, as you people listen to music in this market, okay, most of the black stations are owned by the same person.
Okay.
Most of the music stations that we'll call white music are owned by the same people. And it's the same. And there's 3 different groups in Jackson, because you also have the one that's owned by people from Mississippi, but they own Y101 and US 96.3. And then Miss 103 has that. And it has the gospel station. And it has, I forgot what else they own. I forgot everything in their building. Then you have over at JMI, you have JMI, and you have OAD, and you have all this stuff. And then they have stations that they throw between each other to where they don't get above 50% at any one time in their ratings, because then they get in trouble.
Right.
But they're controlling the narrative. So when you hear the same newsman on 10 different stations in Jackson, those are the 10 stations they own, and his opinion is your opinion.
Right.
And so that's what you need to look at. The time really does go by. Yes, sir, Leah Ferretti. I got all those things up too, and I can't make it next Tuesday. Well, you can get up at 6 a.m. and come any morning you want. That's Leah Ferretti. I really would like to talk with her one day. I think I'm going to do one show with her, get some shows with her by herself. And then some with Jamie by himself, where I don't feel like I'm on a tight wire.
A balancing act.
Well, I feel my thing is if there's no bill, we need to get a bill. We need to have something that we can actually talk about. Right now, we're trying to talk it into a bill. And of course, we're talking, but we don't write it.
Right.
They write it. And they are politicians, and nothing against you politicians. But somewhere in there's always this issue to where greed kicks in and you start taking care of your home base, because the more money you bring to your district, the better, that's going to get me reelected.
Right.
And school choice and school kids. I keep saying school choice, and that is the narrative that I feel like is being pushed to where you hear it enough, you'll say, well, that's what we're supposed to vote for. But the reality is
the kids.
It's all about the kids. The money needs to go with the kids wherever they're going to school. And they need to, and I agree with that. But we also need to be providing enough for these kids, because a kid in Jackson, if he does get accepted to go in Pearl, let's say, when some of you people are doing it that way, if he gets decided to go to Pearl, due to traffic, family constraints, they have to get him there every day. So you're probably going to have a kid that only makes it to school 80% of the time, if that. And on time would be a different thing every day, because you never know what the stack's going to be like and through there. I mean, it's just, it's just like the people at Germantown. You got all these other kids. I would love to know how many kids are late and how many kids just don't go to school that day because their parents say, I can't fight that traffic to get you over there, and I got to get to work on time. How many kids on the Deerfield side, and I say Deerfield side just to get that side of Yandle Road side, don't make it to school on time at Germantown, or can't make it at all that day because of the traffic?
Yeah. My question is, when did it change that parents drove their kids to school? I mean,
I don't know.
When we were going to school, we had to ride that yellow dog.
Well, let me put it this, I didn't.
And from first grade, kindergarten, all the way up,
Well,
you got your own car.
We didn't have yellow dog in Canton.
Y'all didn't?
Parents carried us to school. I think we had one school bus at Canton Academy that went around and picked up some people. But for
I'm not talking about academies.
Well,
They're
I'm
a
just
whole
saying-
different cat.
Well,
I
know, but in Canton, that's what you got. Now, we had the yellow dogs running all over Madison County, and some of them they were running that were electric. that doesn't work. So they're all back on.
I just wonder, when did it change that parents felt like they needed to drive their kids to school?
Well, I mean, if you're close, it's like, for instance, I used to walk both ways in the snow, that 2.5 blocks to the tent factory because I went to school in a tent factory,
Right.
converted.
Yeah.
It had walls in it that did not go all the way up. You could hear everything going on in the next classroom. We just had divided rooms
Right.
inside the tent factory. And that was back when Archie Manning was big. I mean, he
Mhm.
was playing football, I remember. And then when he broke his arm, they had the vest out there with the broken one. Yeah, when he broke his arm. But that's where we went to school.
Yep.
And, you know, in school, and if you live close enough, the parents do drop you off, you know, in most cases.
Mhm.
Some kids just don't want to drive the bus, and some parents
They
don't
don't
put them
want
on
to drive it, or they don't want to ride.
They
it.
want to drive it. But I mean, for instance, sometimes you just have to go get your kids because it may be 4 o'clock before they get home, or you got to get up so early to get, like, what time would you pick a kid up at Deerfield to get them across the interstate to Germantown when we talk to people in Harvey Crossing who have to leave now to get their kid to school for 8
Mhm.
o'clock?
But still, back in the day, whenever the buses ran way out in the country, they were picking those kids up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning.
I know, but that wasn't inconveniencing everybody. And that's farmers. Farmers were already up.
Well, but still,
Farmers were already up. All those farmers.
we have good work ethics.
Yes. Farmers are already doing their thing right now.
Yeah.
They're going, Chip, what are you talking about? It's like 9 o'clock. I was out this morning. I've already picked my cotton in the field. It was cooler. Man, time to take another break. We'll be back. We'll talk some more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie on WY. Time to take another break. We'll be back. We'll talk some more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie on WY8B.
WYAB.
CBS News Brief. Jimmy Kimmel returned to his late-night talk show nearly a week after Disney suspended him over his comments about the man accused of killing Charlie Kirk.
I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person who believed violence was a solution, and it isn't. Ever.
After meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky at the UN, President Trump says he now believes with support from the EU, Ukraine can fight and win back all of its land. As for Russia,
3.5 years and they've gotten not so far. So we'll see what happens. But the other side can fight too. And they've proven that. Maybe it could be that Russia's a paper tiger.
Kremlin rejected that claim today. Desperate move by President Trump's would-be attacker at his golf course in Florida. CBS's Christian Benavides.
Ryan Root, who had just been found guilty of trying to assassinate then presidential candidate Donald Trump, put a pen to his neck in an attempt to stab himself.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Come see me, Jamie Creel, and let us help protect what is important to you.
It's time to fall into savings at Mazda of Jackson. With ball games, road trips, and all the busyness, don't miss a thing. With 2.9% financing for 36 months on a new 2025 Mazda CX-5. Or get 2.9% financing for 63 months on the 2025 CX-90. 1-year maintenance is included on your new vehicle purchase. And take advantage of the pre-tariff inventory that's almost gone. Shop online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road in Jackson.
Here's what they're saying about Corcoran Door Company.
I'm going to yell out to one of your sponsors here, Corcoran Door. When the guy came out here, instead of just trying to throw a door up, he was looking at the way the house was facing. Man, with this double garage here on the south side, you might want to consider a insulated door. I came in earlier today about 2:30. The car thermometer said 99 degrees. The thermometer inside the garage was 82.
That's why they've been around 50 years.
Yeah.
Corkerndoor.com. CORKERN door.com.
The mowing season is full on here in Mississippi. I'm David Frederick, owner of Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. The industry-changing Exmark LaserZ commercial mower turns 30 years old this year and has been redesigned with even more great features you just have to see. We have a sale going on with instant rebates, and 0% financing is available too. Stop by our store and let our award-winning staff show you the Exmark difference. Frederickson Exmark, over 3 decades serving you in Brandon since 1993.
I'm speaking with Lee Bounds of Rapid Rate Mortgage. Why is Rita Jensen the type of real estate professional you are looking for?
As a mortgage professional, I look for making transactions easier, and Rita Jensen with Remax Connection is a prime example of that. Her attention to detail, her strong communication skills really help us as a mortgage company make everything smooth. From start contract to close, she helps me.
RitaJensen.net.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the Chip Matthews program. I am, of course, Chip Matthews. She is Dawn McKenzie. And we're heard worldwide right here at WYAB.com if you're riding and going down to the auction.
They have nothing better to do
Nothing
than
better to do
to
than
listen to us.
listen to us on the
morning.
radio. But anyway, and they're going to buy cars in an auction. I was saying, hey, I got a Jaguar. Got a Jaguar.
Come get it, huh?
Please, please,
Yeah.
please. They're rolling clean,
Yeah.
rolling clean. Okay. So I've been talking to different people, and I'm gonna keep this person's name quiet for now until they want to be known about it. But tomorrow is the select committee is going to meet again on school choice and education freedom that Jason White is pushing, and they're calling it education freedom. So we have a direction now to get off the word school choice. Okay. But the select committee is Dr. Kim Wiley, Director of Education Equity at the Mississippi Center for Justice. Marcus Boudreau, Superintendent of the Biloxi School District. Erica Donalds, Chair of American First Policy Institute Center for Education Opportunity. And Dr. Patrick Wolf, Distinguished Professor of Education Policy and the 21st Century Endowed Chair in School Choice in the Department of Education Reform at the University of Arkansas. We already beat them in football. Why are you going to bring somebody in from Arkansas? Okay, but anyway.
They
And
say
that's tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the Mississippi State Capitol.
And they also say that they are continuing to invite all perspectives and interested parties to move Mississippi in the direction of more parent power.
So what we need are parents to show up and say what they want.
Look,
I mean, that's what needs to happen. Thank you for the information where we can get every one of our listeners there, all 4 of them, in there to listen. But no, we need to take an initiative in this, because this is the school choice thing is a big deal, or the education freedom is a big deal. And I we've gone through the parts of this, and I don't want to see them take this on the back of the kids that are challenged. Okay. Those kids have choice, and they have other programs that will fund them to get them where they need to go,
right,
to get educated. But on the main students, what are we going to do about that? I think I still think the best system is to do nothing this year that you're going to have to correct next year. Do nothing this year, blow the system completely up and start all over again. Because that's what, I mean, if you wanted, Trump said school choice and blew up the system, right?
Yeah.
Said it doesn't work. Boom, gone. Money goes to Mississippi. Well, now you blow it up. You say, look, we don't want to divide the money 140 different ways. We're going to get it down to 5 districts in the whole state. And we're going to, and then we'll go with the needs of like the Benny Thompson and do it on congressional districts. Benny would still have the biggest district. He would be happy. All the money would be going there. But the legislature would be telling him how to spend it. Imagine that. Do y'all have the balls to do that? Y'all do have the balls to tell Benny how to spend education dollars in his district, because his district is the biggest needs, and it's where school choice is not going to get you from one city to the next city.
No, I was at Carrollton this past weekend, this
Right.
past Friday, and I was talking to some of the parents, and I was asking them, well, do y'all have this? Do y'all have robots here, robot class? Do y'all have the technology of that Operation Game that I talked to you about
Right.
from Germantown? And they all looked at me like I had a third eye. And those people, and you don't matter what kind of choice you give those people in the Delta, they don't have the means for the technology, and they're still left behind.
Well, the question is, do they have the means, and the money's being misspent?
That's-
You're in Benny Thompson's district.
Absolutely. So
the
that was
home
my
of
next
misspending money.
question was, how much does the administrative superintendents, assistant principals, superintendent, how much money are they taking out of that school
And
district?
see, I don't even think all the legislatures realize how many layers of administration we have before the money gets to the kids.
Mhm.
And the reason why you lawmakers don't make a lot of money, just to let you know, is because the government, you filter from the people up.
Mhm.
Okay. The governor doesn't make what these people and the superintendents make. They start from the people, from the superintendents down. We need to let's say all the money in this county, we divided among all the kids that are in the school district for that year. That's the kids' money.
Right.
Okay. Let's spend it.
Yeah.
Going up.
Yeah.
And
you get much more for your dollar.
You get much more for your dollar, and you're not sitting with these people on top. Like Shad White talking to different people about 100 black men and getting money, and they spend it on the wrong thing, or this, that, and the other. That's going on in the school districts too.
Yeah.
I bet you if you go to every school district, if one of those organizations has asked for money, they've given it to them. And then it also talked about, Chad White was talking about inside his little groups of stuff he was looking at. He goes, they just inflate the salaries to suck up more of the money rather than send more money to the people in need.
Right.
I mean,
well, that's what they did in Canton. They raised their citizens' taxes to give their lawyer a raise.
Oh, that was Madison County.
No, City of Canton
City
did
of
that.
Canton, yeah, she gets $1 million a year. I don't know if she gets $1 million, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have to pay because she doesn't have expertise in certain things. So we have to bring outside counsel in on 90%
It's all a
of it.
money scam.
90% of everything.
It's all a scam.
It's all, if you can get in, get me a job. If you can get in, send me some money.
Yeah. So Russell McGuffey's asking, why doesn't Beanie Thompson get an audit?
They're
Shad, why don't you go on over there and get on Beanie Thompson?
I mean, I wonder how that works, because you would think the federal government would, the U.S., somebody would be federally would be auditing.
Mhm.
But when he goes up there and does this great thing to send money this way,
Yeah.
I bet you he's got a mortgage that he's done one of those weird things on. I bet we could get him from one of those.
Yeah.
But he looks like I go here to get you money and bring it here.
Mhm. But once it gets here, it doesn't go
Then
anywhere.
all these people you put in place, they have to give the kick up.
Yeah.
And you got to prove all that, but that would be auditing everybody small, and the politicians have protected themselves until
Mhm.
they get super greedy. But I believe Benny would fall in the line of super greedy somewhere,
Mhm.
and we could get something on Benny if
Yeah.
we just
They,
opened our eyes a little bit.
Yeah, I was reading this. Deep South mayors discuss building prosperous communities at Economic Growth Conference.
Oh yeah, where was
And
that?
that's called Delta Fest.
Yeah.
And it was a 3-day event that intended to usher in a 10-year effort to build prosperous communities in southern states. But the founder, I was reading, let's see, where is it? Oh, Delta Fest was co-created by Hope Enterprise Corporation and Yancey Consulting. And they've been providing support and services to undersourced communities for more than over for more than 30 years.
Okay, so they're undersourced in 30 years. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, if they
You're
haven't
doing
done
it-
anything in 30 years, nothing's going to happen today, tomorrow.
and look, that's what I'm talking about. You come up with a nonprofit or a
Yeah.
name like Hope or My Brother's
Yeah.
Keeper or whatever you come up with, or 100 Black Men, whatever you want to call it, and they give you money. And you
Yeah.
say how you're going to go out into the community and make things better, and you're going to work to build a more
Yeah.
diverse community. And of course, in the case of 100 Black Men,
Uh-huh.
they don't. There must be an exclusionary rule for somebody like me. They
Yeah.
could say 100 Black men and one white guy.
So the mayor of John Horn says, if you have money, we have a problem for you.
Well, and John Horn, that's a look. All I hear out of John Horn and Tim Taylor, and I hate to say this because they're the two Democrats in the metro area.
Mhm.
They're in the news all the time because their cities are failing.
Yeah.
And then they continue to fail, and they continue to give lip service, and they continue to talk and not take action. And then you have the liberal whites of Jackson who are sitting there on board
Mhm.
going, we need to do this. We need to put this committee together to do this. We need to put a committee together to do that.
Yeah.
Then in Canton, the whites don't do anything. They
Right.
just gave up. They gave
Yeah.
up years ago. They just, we're not going to do it. We got one liberal from Jackson that's on the square that has a business that tries to get involved in everything going on. But, that's
Mhm.
that. And it's just,
But in 30 years, if something hasn't changed in 30 years, you need to change what you're doing.
well, that's the whole education system. Canton has been failing for years, okay?
Yeah.
At the school district, and everybody in Canton says, Chip, we hadn't been failing. We got up to whatever. No, you're looking at it all wrong. Because if you did the statistics right and you brought back in the 8th graders that get dropped out of school, that don't get into the graduation figure numbers, and all this manipulation that goes on to make sure that the numbers go up, you would find the truth. That's why these other people are on the streets of Canton, minors and whatever. They have plenty of time to rob and steal and learn from the street community
Right.
how to be a criminal.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's why this goes on, because the parents don't care, and the parents, and if they do care, they can't control their kids, and the schools can't control them because they're worried about preaching, going to the test score that my kid, we got to get these test scores up to A, B, C.
Yeah.
And we've always been a D and an F. We got to get them up, because if we don't teach to the test score in the public schools, it's a public school problem.
Mhm.
We can't fix it. That's why private school students, they go, oh, they're just privileged. No, they teach to the kid,
Right.
where the others are teaching to the test
For a pay raise.
for a pay raise
That's right.
and to be treated better. And
Yeah.
what we probably need to do is just
They want that plaque that says Teacher of the Year or whatever they get.
they get a plaque, and they get an award, they get a gift card, which they're all in trouble for giving out too many gift cards to high-end restaurants.
Yeah.
You look at it, just go, everything is a scam.
Yep.
Your tax dollars do not go anywhere to help anybody that you know, and you sit on your butt and do nothing. Charlie Kirk was killed this past week, and everybody became religious. Let's start getting a little political with our religion, because Charlie was also political.
Mhm.
But he was political in the fact that you can do what you want to do, but let's talk about it.
Right.
And let's add Christ to it and see where we're at.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these. I got friends that I know that are on the Democratic side who sit there and they go, I hate Charlie Kirk. I hate everything he says. And I hate Donald Trump. And no matter what it says, comes out of his mouth, is just wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you would just cut off the noise
And
listen for the message.
That's right. Don't listen to respond. Listen to hear.
And you have to, and they put adjectives in it on both sides in order to get clicks on the internet. You got to understand the clicks on the internet are
Yeah, they're
are
most important. So give us a like. Click on that like button.
Click on the like. We get paid for that. And that's why, somebody like Clay gets on the air and gets as controversial as you can, because the clicks make
They
the
go to
money.
clicking.
It's the same like TV,
Yeah.
We'll rush to the TV whenever there's a great, OJ trial.
Mhm.
That was clicks
Mhm.
before Facebook. If they had Facebook back then, it'd be click, 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 click.
It would have blown up.
And we would all be over Facebook, because it would have been over. Because back then you had to go find another TV, TV
Yeah.
to TV to TV.
Yeah.
Oh well, let's take another break. Why not? Right here. And by the way, if you'd like to sponsor this program and be a part
Yes.
of the truth
Mhm.
in the city, and it's talking about the real stuff, and it's the fastest growing show in America.
Yeah.
In America,
Worldwide.
worldwide, we're doing well there.
Mhm.
Ukraine has opened up to us recently. I think Donald Trump did that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He's such a good guy.
just give us a call and you can be a sponsor. Also, remember, we have LSU football on this station. Don't hold it against us. But the LSU game will be on this weekend. And, of course, Ole Miss is playing LSU this weekend for those that have been living under a rock.
That would be me.
Oh, yeah. But Ole Miss is going to beat LSU this year. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. But anyway, we'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie on WYAB. Just letting you know. But anyway, we'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie.
1039 WYAB.
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
I like my insurance like I like my burrito, with everything rolled into one. Was in a state of craving Amigo, till my agent showed me how it's done. He wrapped up my auto, my home, and my life. The discounts I'm getting are great. Everything good right there on one plate. Get to a better state, State Farm.
To keep more of your money in your pocket, call John Dorsa at 978-2302.
For over 15 years, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for your auto repair and maintenance needs. From brake repair to placement to radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, and AC water pumps. And more, A1 will get your vehicle back up and running and on the road and in a timely manner. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, and rings and pinions. Call today to set up an appointment, or if you got questions at 601-939-1060. A1 Gear and Auto, your hometown vehicle specialist.
Looking for farm fresh produce, high quality local beef, dairy, and desserts? Look no further than the Farm Store in Flora. We've got the sweetest, juiciest fruits and vibrant vegetables from Two Dog Farms, plus premium beef, all from right here in the community. Whether you're cooking up a feast or just grabbing a healthy snack, the Farm Store has got you covered. Freshness you can taste, prices you'll love. Find us on Facebook at The Farm Store by Two Dog Farm.
Can anyone in Jackson say the name of Bravo, Broad Street, and Salamicki's Catering Company?
Yes.
Let's find out.
Mangia Bini.
Mangia Ben. Mangia Benet? It actually is Mangia Benet. Mangia Benet. It's Mangia Benet. It means eat well in Italian, and it's the catering group for Bravo, Broad Street, and Salamicki's.
Mangia Bene Catering. Choose us, and you'll always eat well. 3 restaurants, 1 call. Mangia Bene Catering.
Mangia Bene.
Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind my own business? What's that supposed to mean?
No, I was just thinking about all of the news of tax changes, insurance changes, regulations that are being passed down to business owners. I don't have the time to keep growing and to keep up with changing payroll regulations.
I know. It seems like all I do is handle employee-related problems.
You know, I hear People Lease can help.
How can they help?
People Lease can handle our payroll, taxes, employee benefits, and workers' compensation. They even offer an affordable and customizable 401k program and a 24/7 online human resources support center for all my HR needs.
Think of all the time we'll save letting People Lease handle our payroll and benefits administration. I'll be busy growing my business and letting People Lease take care of the rest.
Sounds like a good business plan with People Lease.
Let People Lease mind your business so you can mind your own business. Call now, 601-987-3025. That's 601-987-3025. Or visit freepayrollquotes.com for your free quote.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
Yeah. It is the all-important worldwide and all around the world Chip Matthews Show, heard in places even like Puckett, Mississippi. Okay.
That's way down south.
And once again, I'm going to remind people when they call in, there were some people that called that wanted to talk. And the bad thing is when we get up against the last break, I just cannot get on the phone and risk you not finishing talking, because when the hard break, when it comes in, it just cuts me off.
Yep.
And then everybody say, you cut me off when I was in the making my point. And I'm sorry. But and by the way, any politician, any person is always welcome to come up here and be on the air with us at any time. I want everybody to know that. I invite Benny every week. I send him a message on Facebook every week. Benny Thompson, please come on the air.
Yeah.
But anybody who wants to come on the air, defend themselves, say whatever they want, come on. We'll sit here and talk.
Yeah.
We'll cut it up. I'm not going to cut you off. If you're in the building, you would see how it works. And we'll look at the clock and say, this is fixing to happen, and this is fixing to happen, and this is fixing to happen.
Yep.
But that's that.
Yep.
And then, of course, at the restaurant this weekend, we're the Acme Pizza. We will be making our attempt to get open today. So y'all come on by. Remember, the front of the building is gone.
But you walk around to the back
You walk
side.
around the back, and we'll get your pizza to you.
You just walk this way,
Just
like
walk-
Aerosmith says.
Yeah,
walk
I mean,
this way.
I mean, it's not everybody pulls up and says, they'll text me or call inside. I just got Acme Pizza and it's all boarded up. I said, you see that sign that says walk around the back?
Yeah. Didn't you do like they do when the hurricanes come through? You write with big paint.
Yeah.
With an arrow sign that says we're open
Yeah.
and an arrow pointing around the back.
Mhm.
You
But
need
see-
to take a picture of it and put it on Facebook so people will know
Okay.
that this is your new front door.
Okay. Brylan, is it Brylan? They're talking about Brylan Hollyhan, the student at Auburn. Charlie Kirk type message will be at Ole Miss
Okay.
September 30th.
Yeah.
Is that the 30th or the 29th? They're doing the Turning Point event,
Mhm.
or maybe this is another day of it.
Yeah.
Got to check on that. We'll make sure all that gets out.
Mhm.
And then so y'all come on by. I can't say that, Jeff Thomas. That just doesn't sound right.
Don't sound
That
good.
doesn't sound good. So
you
y'all-
need to have Aerosmith. You need to have
Aerosmith
Aerosmith playing his line.
Walk
Walk
this-
this way.
I'd rather them just park their car out back. Come on in.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
come see us there. And then of course, are we cooking shrimp? That's tomorrow night.
No, we do fish. It's catfish time
Tonight?
Tomorrow night at
Tomorrow
the
night.
ferry
Catfish
at
at
Rattler
the
Ferry
ferry.
Trading Post. Yep.
And then, like I'll tell you once again, everybody, as long as Ole Miss and State are everywhere, your friends that own these local restaurants will be hurting
Mhm.
for business. So
Yep.
go see them during the week.
Yep.
Go see them for the weekend.
Yep.
Pick up a whole bunch of stuff and carry it to the game for the tailgating. But the big thing is you can't. I mean, there's nothing we can do. Ole Miss is going to win and beat LSU, so it'll be another week of Ole Miss people going somewhere else
Mhm.
because across the state, when this all happened in State, remember when State went to 8-0 and they believed,
Yeah.
and then they played somebody. But anyway, if it goes that long, there was at weekends they were saying there's 1.5 million people between Oxford and Starkville
Mhm.
that were not lit, that don't live there.
Right.
And I mean, it hurts restaurants and all that in a long time. It
Mhm.
will hurt the Mississippi State Fair
Mhm.
because everybody will be at the games if there are games those weekends. Used to, they always made sure they were alternating off. But
Yeah.
I mean, y'all, you got to worry about it. You
Mhm.
got to worry about your people, your independent
Gotta take care of
restaurateurs. Take care of them.
your community through your restaurants.
Yes. And
Mhm.
go, and then of course, Friday night in Rankin County, where we're located, I was talking to somebody and they said, do you realize that another restaurant guy goes, there's nobody coming out Friday night either. I said, Pisgah, Northwest
High
Rankin,
school football.
Brandon, Hartfield, Jackson Prep,
Yeah.
all those Rankin County schools.
Yeah.
Jackson Prep doesn't like being called a Rankin County school, but anyway,
Hmm. Well,
all those people play football and they win.
yeah.
And so people go to the
People
games.
go to watch 'em.
So it hurts. And I
That's
mean,
true.
even in Canton, they'll be going to Canton high school games.
Yes.
You have 20 seconds. What are you gonna say?
All righty. But Commander Properties, if you guys are looking to buy, sell, or dislocate you a new piece of property, look me up, 601-906-1840.
And I am, of course, Chip Matthews. I am going to court in City Court. Y'all come check it out in Canton, Mississippi today. And we're going to be talking Jaguar. We'll have a story tomorrow. See y'all.
Bye.